Welcome to Dr. Lee's SAT math class. Today's topic is the linear equation, which is y equals mx plus b. As you know, there are so many problems in SAT is about linear equations. So really basic form, we call that this form slope-intercept form because you can find the slope and y-intercept very easily. Let's just start from b. What is b? B is y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept. B is y-intercept. Y-intercept is y value when x equal to 0. So basically to find the y-intercept, just plug in 0 for x and then find the y value. It's very simple, right? What is m means? This m is a very important thing. M, we call that m slope. Slope. So what is slope? Slope's definition is rise over run. Rise over run. The other word, rise means change of y over change of x. If you have 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2, so how can you find that slope between 2 points? This is a formula, y2 minus y1, which is change of y, over x2 minus x1, which is change of x. This is a slope. So this form is slope-intercept form because you can find the slope and y-intercept directly from this form. M means what? Coefficient of x term, that is slope. B is constant term, that is y-intercept. And then we have to understand one more things from this equation, which is x-intercept. What is the definition of y-intercept? Y-intercept, y value when x is 0. So x-intercept is x value when y equals 0. Okay, I'm going to give you a very simple one example. There is one linear equation, looks like 3x minus 4y equal to 12. A, what is y-intercept? B, what is x-intercept? C, what is the slope? Okay, number one, y-intercept is y value when x equal to 0. So plug in 0 for x. That will be 3 times 0 minus 4y equal to 12. From this equation, if you find the y value, y equal to negative 3. This is y-intercept. So negative 3 on the y-axis. Okay? And then the graph should pass through that point, 0, negative 3. Okay. Let me find the x-intercept. Okay? X-intercept is the x value when y equal to 0. So 3x minus 4 times 0 equal to 12. And you can find the x equals what? 4. X equals 4. Next one, slope. Slope is rise over run, delta y over delta x, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 in the form of y equals mx plus b. M was slope, but this form is different, right? So you can change forms. This form is not slope-intercept form. We call this form standard form. So convert that standard form to y equals mx plus b form, which means solve for y, right? So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So negative 4y, negative 3x plus 12. And then divide by negative 4, negative 4, negative 4. And then you can find that y equals negative divided by negative number positive. So 3 over 4x and then minus 3. Now what is m? 3 over 4 is m, right? 3 over 4 is m. This is slope. So slope is 3 over 4. Let me explain this x, y intercept and slope with the graph now, okay? I try to draw the graph now. The graph looks like this. Y-axis and x-axis. I'll erase it because I need y-intercept is negative 3. So maybe this is better. X-axis, y-axis. Where is y-intercept? Negative 3. 1, 2, 3. This point is y-intercept. Where is x-intercept? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is x-intercept. To draw the graph, there are many ways. But if you connect 2 points, it's enough to draw the line graph, right? I already got the 2 points, which are x-intercept and y-intercept. Just connect those 2 points by straight line. This is a graph. Okay, what is the slope? Slope was 3 over 4. Check. Slope definition rise over run. So from y-intercept to x-intercept, what is the rise? It goes 3 units up. And then 4 units to right. So that 3 is y rise, 4 is run. So positive. If we go up, if you go down, negative run, negative rise. If you move to the right 4 unit, positive run. To the left means negative run. So what's the slope in this case? Rise over run. This is the slope. Okay? Let's go to the next. There are so many application problems in SAT. We call that, in this section, we call that linear model problem. Linear model problem is linear equation is used to solve some modeling problem. So usually that form is still y equals mx plus b. But in model problem, different letters of variables can be used like n or p, c. So all different kinds of letters can be used. Population, p, number of products, n, time, usually t, something like that. Anyway, mx plus b form, m is the slope, b is y-intercept in the graph. But you have to understand the meaning of linear modeling problem. Okay, the meaning of this b in modeling problem. That is why there was a y-intercept, right? Y-intercept in the graph. But that is actually represents initial value. It is very important. Initial value. Slope means what? Initial value. Value of what? Value of y. If that function is about the population, initial value of population. Okay? Sometimes that function is about money, okay, dollars, invest money kind of. That means B, y-intercept means what? Initial investment money. Okay? What about slope? There was a slope in the graph, right? The slope represents rate. What does the rate means? Rate means kind of how much y value is increasing or decreasing by, okay, 1 unit of x. Something like how many people of population have increased for 1 year. Okay, how much profit the company made per 1 month, per 1 unit of X. How much Y value is increased or decreased? That's the rate. All right. Suppose you use taxi. When you use a taxi, usually you have to fix the money pay first. It doesn't matter how far you go, 5 miles, 10 miles. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you have to pay fixed initial money, right? Suppose that's $5. And every mile you have to pay $2 more. That equation looks like Y equals $5 plus $2 for every single mile. X represents miles, Y represents dollars. So this is a y-intercept, 5. So 5 is what? Initial value of the cost. And then what does 2 means? That's the rate. How much money you have to pay per every single mile. Okay, so any linear model problem. Y-intercept means what? Initial value. Slope means rate. Remember these things. Let's go to solve some problems. It is actual SAT problem. College Board released 10 practice problems. I choose 12 problems from test 1 and test 3. Kathy is a repair technician for a phone company. Each week she receives a batch of phones that need repairs. The number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each year can be estimated with equation P equals, okay? P equals 108 minus 23D. So, in a linear equation, this is y-intercept, negative 23 is rate. So 108 is initial value of P, and then negative 23 is rate. P is number of phones left, and then D is number of days. Okay. So question asks you, what is the meaning of value 108 in this equation? I told you the y-intercept is initial value of P. P is number of phones left. So that means what? That is the initial number of phones. So Kathy starts each week with 108 phones to fix. Start each week. Start means initial, right? That means initial. So B is the answer. Number 6. Another linear equation is given, right? H equals 3A plus 28.6. H is what? Height of a boy. That's a height. What is A? Age in years. H is height. A is age in years. Between age 2 and 5. Okay? Based on the model, what is the estimate increase in inches of the boy's height each year? So, what is the rate? Okay? Height each year. So how much H value is increasing? Okay, per 1 unit of A. A is years. That is rate. This is rate. Rate means slope in a linear equation. So what is the slope? Mx plus B form. Slope is 3. M is 3. So 3 is the answer. If 16 plus 4x is 10 more than 14, what is the value of 3x? It's simple linear equation. So 16 plus 4x is always equals 10 more than 14. So 10 plus 14. So 16 plus 4x, 24, and subtract 16 from both sides. So 4x equals 8. and divide by 4, divided by 4 both sides. So x equals 2. That is the answer. Be careful. Our goal is not to find value of x. It asks you value of what? 8x. So many people got a kind of mistake, simple mistake. They found x value very well and then just to check, okay, this is the answer. No, answer supposed to be 8 times 2 because it asks you 8x. That's just 16. So 16 is the final answer. Question 9 and 10 refer to the following information. Which information given? A equals 1052 plus 1.08 t. The speed of a sound wave, air depends on the air temperature. The formula above shows the relationship between A, speed of a sound wave, so A is speed, and T is time. T is temperature, I think. Yeah, temperature. So it is mx plus b form. This is rate, this is initial. Next one. And which of the following air temperature where the speed of a sound wave closest to 1000 feet per second? That means when A equals 1000, what is T? That's the question, right? 1000 equals 1052 plus 1.08 T. Okay? So 1000, plugging 1004, 1000 equals 1052 plus 1.08. 1.08 T. Subtract 1052 from both sides. Negative 52 equals 1.08 T. So T supposed to be negative number, right? Negative 52 divided by 1.08. This is a calculator section problem. So use a calculator to find your final answer. And then find the closest number. This problem is about linear equation problem. Yes, it is because it looks like rational equation because of fraction forms. But if you use cross multiplying, the 5 times x plus 20 is equal to 15 times x. So it is a linear equation problem. Distributive property, right? 5x is 100, 15x. Subtract 5x from both sides. Cancel out. So 100, 10x. X equals 10. Well, 10 is here, so 10 is the answer. No, I told you, don't forget your goal. Your goal is to find what? Value of x over 5. So your final answer should be x over 5 equals 10 over 5, which is 2. So this is the final answer. The line y equals kx plus 4, where k is constant, is graphed in the xy plane. K is constant. Yes, constant. That is slope, right? It's mx plus b. It is slope. If the line contains the point C, D, where C is not 0, D is not 0, what is the slope of the line in terms of C and D? It asks you, what is slope? I told you K is slope. That means find K. What is K? And then, which point is on the line? C, D. So X is C, Y is D. So D equals K times C plus 4. And then solve this equation for K, because our goal is to find the slope, which is K in this equation, right? Subtract 4. So D minus 4 equals, will be done, K times C. So what is K equals? D minus 4 over C. A. The table above shows some values of the linear function f, which the following defines f. There are many ways, but I'm going to use that. I'm going to use slope. Okay, the easiest way to solve this problem quickly, find the slope. Slope is between 2 points, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and I'm going to use these 2 points. x1, y1, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals 3. Which equation has a slope of 3? Only C has slope of 3. So what is the answer? C is the answer. Okay, I use this. There are many ways. Sometimes you plug in different points, sometimes every single point. Okay, input these points into every single choices, but it takes a longer time. The simple least way, the best way for the SAT, just use a slope, because look at the A, B, C, D, your choices. The choices have all different slope, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you find slope, you can choose it easily. The average number of students per classroom at Central High School from 2000 to 2010 can be modeled by equation. Which equation? Y equals 0.56x plus 26.2. Where x represents the number of years since, it's important, since 2000 years. 2010 years, that means x is 10. 10 years since 2000, that's why. Then y represents the average number of students per classroom. It is not total number of students, average number of students per classroom. Okay, so it asks you, what's the meaning of 0.56? This is a slope. I told you slope is rate. Rate means how much y will increase per 1 unit of x. X is number of years, right? So what is the answer? The estimate increase in the average number of students per classroom each year. Okay, focused on each year, per year. What is y? Average number of students. So how much increased the average number of students? So C is the answer. Question 17, 18 refer to following information. SP is 1/2 P plus 40. DP is 220 minus P. Okay, quantity of product supplies and quantity of product demanded in the economic market are functions price of the products. So SP is quantity of product supplied. DP is quantity of the product demanded by the market. When the price is P dollars, P is price. Number 17. How will the quantity of product supplied, the market change if the price of the product is increased by $10? Okay, so in this equation, supply means in this equation, right? P is increased by $10. So P plus 10 plus 40. That's going to be SP. It is 1/2 P plus 5 plus 40, right? Plus 40 plus 5. So SP is increased by 5 because 1/2 P plus 40 was original value of SP, and then when I plug in P plus 10, that SP plus 5 unit increased. In the other way, use slope. Slope is a rate. So what is the slope SP? Slope is 1/2. That means SP is increased by 1/2 according to P is increased by 1 unit. But P is increased by 10 units now. So SP supposed to be increased by 1/2 times 10. That means 5. Okay, so B is the answer. Number 18, at what price will the quantity of product supply the market equal to quantity of product demand the market by the market? That means what is P when SP is equal to DP? Quantity of the product supplied is equal to quantity of the product demanded. So 1/2P plus 40 is equal to 220 minus P. A simple equation, so add P first. Cancel out. So 1/2 P plus 1P gonna be 3/2P, and then subtract 40 is equal to 180 because this number cancelled out. So P is equal to what? 180 times reciprocal of this number. So 2/3. 3 times 1, 3 times 60, and 6 times 3 is 120. B is the answer. Question 15-6, refer to following information. Total cost dollars and time hours. The graph above displays the cost C in dollars of the renting a boat for H hours. It's a linear model problem, right? So what does the C intercept? Kind of y-intercept. The y-axis is kind of c-axis now. C-intercept. C-intercept the initial value. That is initial value, right? Y-intercept in the modeling problem, always initial value. That means initial what? Cost of renting. Okay? That's why initial cost of renting a boat. Age then. 16. Which the following represents the relationship between H and C to find that equation, right? Y-intercept is 5. Which one has 5? This one and this one. And then you're going to find the slope. So find the slope between these 2 points. Y2 minus Y1, 11 minus 8 over X2 minus X1, 2 minus 1. Which is what? Just 3. Okay, C is answer. C is the slope of 3. We talk about the linear equation. It's not that much hard, right? You remember this. Okay, mx plus b forms slope and y-intercept, x-intercept. What is the meaning of slope and y-intercept in the modeling problem? You remember all this and you'll be okay for the SAT math for linear equation part. Next lecture gonna be about system of linear equations. Okay, today is done. And then subscribe, like, and turn on notification. Thank you. Bye.